I wasn't that surprised by the result. Part of me was quite confident that the reason would win in the end of the day. The polls weren't very promising before the referendum, to be honest. But I thought that people, when they actually have to vote in the booth, they tend to be more conservative than they threatened to be before. But when it happened, I wasn't that surprised. Disappointed, certainly, but not that surprised. How did I feel when I heard the results? Well, I sort of stayed half awake all night. I was in Finland, actually, and I was just following the count through the night, in and out of sleep. And as the reality started to dawn, there was first like 5 degrees or 5 stages of bereavement. First, the complete shock. Then I actually cried, had a little bawl, and then there was denial. I just thought, no, this can't be, this can't be. And then through the day, when you kind of digest it, you just think, okay, it can't be that bad. I'm sure they'll find a way for us who've stayed here for a fairly long time and are employed, run their own businesses and so on. And that there was life before EU, so surely there's life after EU. But yeah, I cried. 4 months has gone since the referendum, and I've certainly changed my view about the UK and the Brits. It has been a bit of a surprise to find the Brits so insecure, because I feel that this was a manifestation of their insecurity. I just feel that I feel more detached. I'm not as committed to building my future in this country as I used to be, regardless of whether it's going to be difficult for me because of residence permits, or whether it's going to be a walk in the park. I just think it was a vote that was a sign that I should maybe be leaving, and I'm not quite sure how to take that on board. And the next 2 years will show how things will settle, how I eventually feel about staying here. If I had to describe in one word how I feel about Brexit, is actually fear, because the world seems to be falling apart as it is, and then Europe, which is undergoing a fairly peaceful period in its history, chooses to go for a breakup, additional mayhem, when we should really be building stuff and working together. It's unnerving to me. I'm afraid.